Good morning, everyone. I'm glad each of you are here today to this meeting of League City Toastmasters. And one of the things that I like to do is do some brief introductions. I'll start with myself, then I'll pass the baton off to our officers, let them introduce themselves. And if you would, let's do first name, how long you've been in Toastmasters, and what you like about Toastmasters, okay? And then we will go around and provide an opportunity for each one of our guests to introduce themselves. And if you would, if you're a first-time guest, please tell us your name and how you found out about League City Toastmasters. And if you want to say some little interesting tidbit about yourself, you're welcome to do that as well, but we don't make it too complicated or long. So with that, I'm Scott Livingston. I'm the president of League City Toastmasters. I'm also the director of economic development for League City, Texas. Been here for about 5 years. And I'm in League City Toastmasters because I love the opportunities to meet new people, to network, to grow, both personally and professionally, to have opportunities to do speeches, give speeches, and become a better, more well-rounded person and develop my leadership skills. And with that, let's go to Alicia.
I am Alicia Lamborghini West. I am originally from another country, from Argentina. And I started Toastmasters because it gave me the opportunity to present. I am a psychologist and now a published author. So that is extremely important to me, to be able to speak at any time and any moment in what. Toastmaster gives me that possibility. I am currently the vice president for this club. Vice President of Education. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. Okay, Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Ruiz. I am a new Toastmaster. I joined last year in the fall. I'm in 4 clubs and I'm an area director of P3, which is in the League City, Clear Lake area. And I love Toastmasters. I joined to practice my public speaking skills, and I decided to stay to serve others and help grow our district. And I'm Sergeant at Arms and coach of League City Toastmasters. Welcome.
Glad you're here, Elizabeth. And then let's go to Matt. Welcome, Matt.
Hi, thank you. So as most of you know, my name is Matt. I do live here in League City. I grew up here and moved away after high school, but after 4 years of Friendswood, I decided I want to come back to League City. So I found Toastmasters just because I want to get plugged in my community. I've always, when my wife and I had our business in Texas City, we were heavily involved with the Chamber of Commerce there and city stuff going on down there. But I never really got involved with where I live. So that's just kind of one of the things I'm doing now, is seeing what's out there, meeting new people, expanding my network, and why not Toastmasters to help me speak a little bit better as well. So thank you guys for having me.
Fantastic. Thank you, Matt. Welcome. And then let's go to Tracy.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Tracy Summerford. I work as a lifestyle coach. I was a part of the Toastmasters with the, they were in Greenbelt, so they were more 9-to-5ers, 12 to 1. So I decided to become reconnected with Toastmasters when I decided to pursue my lifestyle coaching business full-time. So I will be doing a lot of public speaking, videos on Facebook, and also an online course teaching people how to meal prep and cook. So my goal is to become a more effective speaker. And as Matt said, I just moved out to this community. I'm in Hitchcock. So I'm really looking to connect to my neighbors and have a community.
Welcome, Tracy. And one of the things, before we go to our next guests, one of the things I want to say before I forget is that with League City Toastmasters, one of the things that makes us unique is the fact that we have an international perspective. And what I mean by that is, one of the benefits of being online is that we do not limit our membership to just the geographical boundaries of League City. So we are so excited to have people in League City and from outside League City and from around the world. So welcome, Tracy.
Thank you.
Bet. And then let's go to Carolina.
Hello, my name is Carolina Batres. I'm from Honduras, but been living in the US for the past 8 years. I am in the health and wellness industry and soon to start another company also in the health area. I recently became John Maxwell's certified, and with the importance of communication skills, I have joined Toastmasters just to be able to develop in that area, because it's always been like a weak point for me. So I'm so grateful that you guys invited me in, and I look forward to seeing how much we can grow together.
Wonderful. Thank you, Carolina.
You're welcome.
Welcome. And then please help me with the pronunciation of your name. Is it Eugene?
Yeah, my name is Eugene. Yeah, exactly. Hello, my name is Eugene. Actually, my nationality is from Taiwan, and I live in the United States almost 10 years. And I joined the Toastmaster reason because I know international people in the US. So I wish I joined the Toastmaster and can improve about my public speaking skill and my English speaking skill, because I did sales and marketing in the United States. So this is why my friend from Scott, he invited me going to a Toastmasters because he said if I join the Toastmaster, I can improve my English skill. Yep.
Fantastic. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Eugene.
I say English is not my first language. So yeah, I need to keep practice more.
Yes, well, you're in the right place. Thank you. That's fantastic. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a brief presentation, and give me just a second. I want to share my screen. There it is. Okay, can you guys see this PowerPoint presentation? It says Toastmasters International. Okay, great. So just a little bit about Toastmasters International, and I'll tell you what makes League City Toastmasters unique. So the mission of Toastmasters International, it is to empower individuals to become effective communicators and leaders. The mission of League City Toastmasters is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and growth. The core values of Toastmasters International are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. A little bit about Toastmasters International. It's a nonprofit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. It's headquartered in Inglewood, Colorado. Our membership exceeds 350,000 in more than 16,000 clubs in 143 countries. We've been around since 1924, and we have helped people, talking about Toastmasters International, we have helped people from diverse backgrounds become more confident speakers, communicators, and leaders. When people join Toastmasters, they do it to improve their public speaking skills, build leadership skills, maximize their potential, enjoy unlimited personal growth, enjoy networking in a supportive environment, practice writing and presenting speeches, gain competitive advantage, and build self-confidence and self-awareness. We have an interactive, flexible online training program called Pathways, which is used to develop your communication and leadership skills. It offers up to 300 unique competencies and 11 specialized learning paths, and it provides real-world transferable skills. And after the meeting, I'll send this out if I have your email address, but you can click on these two links and they tell you about Pathways and what it is, and there's some great videos. A little bit about League City Toastmasters. We are a young, new club, which means we provide a lot of dynamic opportunities for growth. It's like a blank canvas with League City Toastmasters. We've only been around for a couple of years. Our desire is to become a distinguished club. We're going to make it this year for the first time, and our goal is to be a President's Distinguished Club very soon, probably next year or two. We're based in League City, Texas, but membership is not limited to the boundaries of League City, Texas. And just a little bit about League City, where we are. We're in Texas, here in the greater Houston region, okay? And in the greater Houston region, you got the Woodlands up at the north, you got Sugar Land in the southeast, you got downtown Houston, and then to this, Woodlands in the north, Sugar Land in the southwest, Houston in the middle, and then League City is in the southeast. We're halfway between Houston and Galveston on I-45. We're right here on the southern shore of Clear Lake, near NASA and the Johnson Space Center. We're close to the University of Texas Medical Branch. We have MD Anderson in our community. We're close to Clear Lake. We're close to Galveston Island. We're close to the Kemah Boardwalk. We're close to downtown Houston. We're close to the Texas Medical Center. The primary industries in our community include aerospace and aviation, petrochemical and energy, medical life sciences, professional services, which is engineering and finance, and also maritime and logistics. Also, we're at the intersection of I-45 and what will be the Grand Parkway. And more importantly, about League City Toastmasters is that we're in a league of our own. So we are uniquely positioned. We have a lot of highly qualified, trained professionals. And so in our club is a community club. It's for professionals, it's for residents, it's for people around the world who want to be part of a community that's growing, that's vibrant, that's exciting, and that is primarily comprised of professionals and people that are going places. So that gives you a little bit about Toastmasters International and about League City Toastmasters. And with that, what I'd like to do is jump immediately into our agenda, okay? We're gonna keep going. I'm the president, but I'm also serving as the Toastmaster today. We've had a lot of our officers not be able to make it today. So as the Toastmaster today, one of the things that I do is it's my responsibility to introduce today's speakers. And after the speeches have concluded, I will ask for the timer's report. I will request that ballots be passed to the vote counter. I will introduce the general evaluator. I will ask the all counter for their report. I will ask the grammarian for their report, and I will call on the vote counter for results. I know that's a lot. You guys don't have to remember all that. What it basically means is we have a program, we have an agenda. We do have some speakers today. So for example, I know that Alicia is going to speak today. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to identify who are our timer, grammarian, vote counter, all counter, and general evaluator. And they will have roles throughout the course of the meeting. And what they will be doing is evaluating each one of us. So from this point forward, you're going to be evaluated. And so it's to help us be better communicators. So with that, let's see, we need a timer. And because we have a lot of guests, I'm going to be the timer today because I'm prepared to be the timer. The timer signals participants with a green card when the minimum time has been reached for their speech. We'll talk about that in a minute. The minimum qualification time is 1 minute for green, 1.5 minutes for yellow, and 2 minutes for red. And when you get to 2.5 minutes, for example, like on impromptu speeches, then I say disqualified. It just means that you don't have a qualifying time, okay? Now, Alicia today has given a speech for a longer period of time, and the timer will give her parameters when we get to that time of our agenda. The grammarian, who would like to be the grammarian today? I think the people today are.
Scott, I'll be grammarian.
Okay, go ahead. You want to introduce the grammarian role, please, Elizabeth?
Yes. Hi, the grammarian. What I'll be looking for are words that you use that sound different and unusual, but memorable. And then also I will be listening for words for double clutches and filler words. Thank you. I'll also do the aw counter as well. And those are the ahs, the ums, the buts, the so's.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
You're welcome.
And to everybody that's in our meeting, everyone's going to have an opportunity to speak today. So get ready. And what that means is that just so you understand what we're going to do, we're going to let Alicia speak first. And then we're going to do what we call table topics, which are impromptu speeches. And everyone here today, and particularly our guests, and Elizabeth, will have an opportunity to do a 1 to 2 minute impromptu speech, okay? And the idea is to provide opportunities for participation, okay? So just kind of roll with it. Okay, and vote counter. Alicia, will you be our vote counter? Hey, Alicia, are you on mute?
Yes, I am going to be the vote counter.
Okay, and the vote counter explains how to use the ballots. They act as a secret tiebreaker. They encourage members to make use of the comments portions of the ballot. Okay, so we got that, and then a general evaluator. Elizabeth, would you be our general evaluator, especially since you're our club coach?
Absolutely.
Okay, so with that, unless someone tells me that I'm missing something, we're going to go on to the rest of our agenda, and we're going to kick off with our first speaker. Our first speaker this morning is Alicia Lamborghini West. She is in Pathways, and she's working on a program called Dynamic Leadership. She's doing a research and presentation speech. It's 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
And so with that, I think the qualifying time is 5 minutes. I guess the yellow's at 6, red's probably at 7.
Mm-hmm.
The title of her speech is My Ideal Client. Her speech is going to focus on who is her ideal client for her series of presentations about the complicated relationship between women and alcohol. And Alicia, I will evaluate your speech. How about that?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Scott.
Okay, and the podium is yours, Alicia. Welcome.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. So I am going to present today on my ideal client. Recently, I took a class about how to develop a program. And what they presented is a very interesting idea. You have to define where your efforts are going to go. For example, I always speak and I write for women. So I have the big circle, but I write to all women, and in this series, I want to approach women who drink. So it's a smaller circle. All women who drink, no, I am not going to address alcoholic or women that drink socially. I am going to address women who drink in a particular way. That comes the circle smaller. And then I go to the point that the point is what follows. My ideal client are women who are successful or want to be successful in a profession, in businesses, in any kind of things they want to go forward in their career. The age are 35 to 65 years of age. They drink socially, they drink by themselves, and they drink every day. When these women start drinking, it looks like something enjoyable, something that helped them. But with the time, these women are starting to realize that maybe alcohol is interfering with their purposes in their relationships or something. For example, many women may start thinking that this drinking can interfere in their relationship with their husbands or boyfriends or whatever they have as a significant other, or is starting affecting friendships, or starting to affect being a mother or their businesses, and they have a flash of clarity. I am drinking too much. Can I stop drinking? How to stop drinking and not being a miserable sober or something like this? How I can do that? And usually the response is to go to moderation. Okay, I am going to start with 2 drinks next Monday or tomorrow, or when this problem finish, or something like this. So this flash of clarity is extremely important, but it's about questions. Questions that they ask to themselves. They don't ask to others. And this is something that I want to point out, because women of a certain level, for example, professional women or women in businesses, look for help for any psychological or physical problem, but not problems related with alcohol. They have the question, but they don't ask this question. Because of what? Because of shame. They are ashamed of what they are doing or something related to that. Essentially, there is a denial of any problem related with alcohol. They say, today was such a stressful day and I need a drink. I have such a big problem with my boyfriend. Or I need to celebrate because I have a great success in my contacts or whatever. I deserve it, I earned it, and I am going to have another drink. So this is part of the denial. Well, in a general way, I can characterize these women as women with special social pressures. You know, my book is about social pressures limiting women. These women have special social pressures that have women in a highly educated or being in a liberal communities or something like this. And these pressures are to have it all and all perfect, to achieve a balance, and all the pressures related with physical appearance. You have to look beautiful, young, and especially thin. All these pressures put a weight on all these women and make things worse. So these are the main characteristics that I identify with with this problem, the complicated relationship of women with alcohol. And to finish with how I started, to develop a project, they say in that class, that you have to become an expert in your ideal client. And this is my purpose with this presentation and with all the presentations that are going to follow this. And now here I stop. I say thank you very much for your attention, and I am be willing to listen or to receive any comment that you have about my presentation. Thank you.
All right, great. Fantastic. Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. You never disappoint. Your speeches are always very informative and insightful.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I tried.
Fantastic. Okay, give me just a second here. My computer's moving slowly and my settings is stuck. Give me just a second. Let me get rid of this annoying background. You don't want to all look at that. Okay, the next item on our agenda, I believe, is our table topics. Elizabeth, welcome. You're our table topics master today.
Thank you, Scott. My role as Table Topics Master is to challenge members and guests to develop their impromptu communication skills by answering unrehearsed questions. The table topics are specifically designed to develop 4 essential communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking. For now, let's have some fun. What we're going to do is table topics is 1 to 2 minutes. You qualify at 1 minute, you disqualify after 2 minutes. Scott will give a green light for 1 minute, a yellow light for 1.5, and a red light for 2 minutes. There is wiggle room. You can go over 30 seconds, and after 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you're disqualified. As I conduct the table topics, I will ask the question first, and then I'll call on someone to respond. This way, everybody listens and starts thinking of a response. As I am the grammarian, I need to come up with the word of the day and try to incorporate the word of the day. Our theme of the day is virtual travel, and our word of the day is reality. When you speak about the table topic session, try to use the word reality. And then at the end, I'll share who used the word reality. May we please have, and then the timer. I just shared the timer for the timing rules. And the new club members must use the word of the day, but the guests are encouraged to use the word of the day. It's not mandatory to win. Okay, let's get started. I would love to share that virtual travel is here to stay. Smithsonian, the National Geographic, they've all put out articles this week that we're now called armchair travelers. And you can go on a safari in the morning. You can go to Paris and walk around some museums for lunch. And then you can end it in Brazil at night to a carnival. I would like to know here, where was your last vacation, and would you go back virtually? And all you have to do is raise your hand if you would like to answer the question. And if you don't, I will call on someone. Oh, Carolina. Okay, you're up.
Might as well start it. Good morning, everybody. My last travel was to Israel and Egypt. I was privileged to go with my mom and dad. That was 2 years ago, and I'm very Christian, so to be able to travel Israel and walk the path of Jesus Christ and see so much history in the nation was really something out of this world. I was especially intrigued and amazed of the reality of everything that Jesus went through to be able to travel across the Jordan River and just to bathe in it, and to be able to after our trip in Israel, go to Egypt and go into the tombs. And
Do we lose the sound, or is it just me?
I'm sorry?
I can't hear you.
I can hear. She's clear.
I'm sorry.
Scott, you've lost audio.
I'm not muted.
No, I can hear perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, continue. It's okay.
Okay.
Are y'all there?
Yes.
We traveled to Egypt to see the tombs. We rode camels. And my mom especially was, just amazed to be able to ride such big animals. Was scared at the beginning, but then she enjoyed it so much. I don't think I want to do a virtual travel except for knowledge on that. I would really like to revisit, because there is so much to learn in both places, and to absorb it in such a small period of time is very difficult. So I'm looking forward to when the airports open and I'm able to do that trip again with a lot of people so that they can experience what I experienced. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay. Our second question is, where would you go if you could travel
I can't hear anybody. I've lost all my sound.
We listen to you.
I can hear you, Scott. We hear you.
I can't hear anybody.
Okay.
Maybe if he logs out and back.
Right. Let's see. Let me type them. Maybe log off and log in. Let's see. We can hear you, Scott. Okay, he'll be back. Alicia, would you like to do the timing or you want me to time?
I can do the timing. Yeah.
Okay, great. So here we go. Okay, the second question will be, if you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would it be and why? And would you go there virtually? Eugen, you're up.
Okay, hello, anybody? Can you hear me? If I can, okay, answer the second question. If I can be a travel where I want to be, I would like to, because I'm from Taiwan, so I would like to go into the United States, travel in the US. Yeah, because I feel like the United States is a freedom country in the world. And also in the United States, you can have a lot of freedom and you can meet a lot of United States Native American people to learning about the American culture. This is why I would like to travel in all around the United States. Even though in the United States, I already staying there for a couple of years, but I am from Taiwan. My nationality is from Taiwan. I still have a lot of American culture I don't understand. So this is why I would like to say, if I would like to travel in the country for right now, I would like to keep traveling in the United States and learning about some other real American, real culture. And also I can improve about my English skill in the United States. Yeah, that's it. Sorry.
No, good.
Excellent. Love it. Okay, our third question is, when you travel, do you travel for fun or do you travel for culture, and why? Okay, Tracy.
Hi, and good morning. So there is this famous quote that I love, and it says, "The man who has not traveled has only read a page, and the world is a book." So when I travel, the reality is I do it for both culture and for fun. So one thing I haven't shared with the group is that I've worked as a flight attendant for 20 years. So I have pretty much covered most of the US. My goal is to get most of the Caribbean done and to start going back overseas. So one of my favorite adventures was exploring the Caribbean. And what I learned about the Caribbean is they're very proud of their culture and their heritage. And it's very interesting because as you're driving down like in an island like such as Grenada, you'll see these houses that are back from 80 years old. They don't have the technology or the resources to like tear houses down. So you're actually getting to see pieces of their history where trees are going through these houses, but they're also very passionate about the things that come from their land. And what I got from Grenada is they do a lot of cocoa production and also a lot of spices. And they have these buildings that are back from like the 40s that they preserved to still be able to share their culture and their history. And you could see so much passion, and they keep life so simple. we in the States, we kind of get so into the hustle and bustle, but when you see people that have stepped back and still honor family, food, and tradition, and you feel like you're in a totally different place where you're disconnected from technology and reconnected with people, I think I would go with the culture, but I also find the culture fun and to be immersed.
Excellent. Thank you very much. That's great. Okay, here is the fourth question. And I'm taking this from an article in Forbes magazine. I've posted the link in chat, and I'll post it again for those who came in after I posted it. You may not be able to leave the confines of your home, but there are ways for you to escape to other destinations. We found palm tree dotted beaches that you can visit, a rollicking Instagram live dance party to join, top-notch museums to explore, high-octane Formula One races to watch. Which of those would you prefer to do? Palm tree dotted beaches, a rollicking Instagram live dance party to join, a top-notch museum to explore, or a high-octane Formula One race to watch, and why? Matt, you're the only one who hasn't gone. Can I call on you?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody once told me that if you love your life, you don't actually need to take a vacation. And that really stuck with me. I believe I was about 18 years old at the time, but I've strived to really maintain that kind of happiness in my life. So when it comes to actual travel, the purpose for me is to actually make sure that I have a connection with my family during the whole time. And as a father of a younger and larger family, sitting around and watching stuff together, whether it be like a race or something on social media, we like to do those things together because that is a vacation from our everyday routine. So to answer the question of which would I would rather do, I would much rather watch the race because that's something that my oldest son really enjoys. And we love to do things that other people in our household really enjoy. We don't like to get out and explore too much, but we do love to do things together. So in a world where everybody's doing virtual travel, we love to stay connected with each other. And in our reality, we love to just be around each other and encourage each other. And whatever we're doing, spend time together as a family.
Excellent. Love it. Thank you. Mr. Timer, do we have time for another, or it's already 9:14?
I think we have time for one more.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
I'm going to give you some beaches, and I would like to know which one you would like to visit. Miami. When you need a change of scenery, you pull up Miami's live webcams to gaze at the blue waters. The Palm Beaches. The area encompasses 39 cities from Boca Raton to Palm Beach. Or the Hamptons. One of the United States' top stretches of sand resides among mansions on Long Island's South Shore. Or Fort Lauderdale. Pick your preferred beach among Greater Fort Lauderdale's live cameras, whether it's the scenic surf of Lauderdale by the sea or airboat-lined Everglades. Which one would you take? Fort Lauderdale, Hamptons, Palm Beaches, Miami, and why? Scott or Alicia, which one is going to go for this? Scott.
Okay. Okay, let me go ahead. So someone's going to time me. Okay, got it. Okay. I'm not much into virtual travel, so it makes it really difficult for me to choose between these three options. But I will say I've been to Fort Lauderdale before. It's gorgeous. I have not yet been to Miami. I would choose Miami. And one of the reasons I choose Miami is because of the culture, because of the diversity, because of the fame, which is Miami. You know, I remember growing up and watching Miami Vice, And I'm sure they're probably tired of hearing people talk about Miami Vice, but you've got the Cuban culture down there, you've got international culture down there, you've got Asian culture down there. And so I can imagine that even in a virtual reality type of travel, that I would be able to see people, engage with people, talk with people, share ideas with people, hear music, see cultural references, see dancing, see music, see people mixing and milling and talking and being in the parks, and then being engaged at museums and other public places of interest. Plus, I understand they have a fantastic downtown walking environment, especially along the beach. And of course, they've got the iconic palm trees all up and down the thoroughfares. So I would have to choose Miami. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you very much. This concludes the table topics portion of our meeting today. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to go to our agenda and find where we are. Give me just a second. I believe that we are now to the point of the evaluations. Okay. So I believe, unless someone corrects me, I believe that it's my turn to evaluate Alicia.
It goes to the general evaluator, the E part of the pie, and then I introduce Alicia.
Okay. Okay, you're the general evaluator. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Okay, so Toastmasters is consistent with 3 sections in 1 hour, and it's called PIE, PIE. It's very easy to remember. P stands for prepared speeches. I is the impromptu, which is table topics. And then the E part is the evaluation part. And it's also a speaking part. And it just teaches us how to listen and give proper feedback. And today I'm the general evaluator. And the first part of the E, the evaluation part, is the general evaluator introduces the evaluator. And I'm going to introduce Scott to evaluate Alicia. Scott, it's all yours.
Thank you. And I believe I have 2 to 3 minutes, right? Okay, and Elizabeth will time me?
Yes, I will.
Okay, great. Let me find my notes. Okay. Okay, Alicia, great speech. I really enjoyed hearing your presentation. You always have insights that help people to understand why your topic is important. And when you start talking about anything regarding alcohol, it's important. Not just because it's about women, but I think it's about anybody that drinks too much alcohol. And you have chosen to talk about women. And so because you've chosen that, it's important. One of the favorite things that I like about your presentation is that you explain the why there are problems with successful women who drink alcohol. And you talk about how they get into those problems. So you talked about your favorite clients. You talk about successful women. And you talked about they have flashes of clarity. And it's very important for them to understand why they have issues with respect to alcohol. And you talk about, due to problems of alcohol, the driving factor, shame, denial of problems, social pressures, and so forth. So that was all well done. One of the things I think you could work on is that in the first minute, I had a hard time getting engaged and understanding the structure of where you were headed. And it was really difficult for me to understand the outline of your presentation as you were preparing to give it. And then as I look at the evaluation form, let's see, you had good eye contact, you had really good use of vocal variety, you had good explanations, you had good clarity. We know you're from Italy, and so there are going to be certain people that appreciate that you're speaking from another language and a different perspective, and you certainly have good depth of understanding, and you always give a great presentation, and I enjoyed listening to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you. We'll now go into the evaluation of the I part of the impromptu, and that would be the all counter and the grammarian, which I happen to be that as well. And I'll start with the first speaker. Our first speaker was Carolina, and I start out with what you can work on and then what you did well. Carolina, with your filler words, your favorite filler word is so. I would practice on not using so. I also heard double clutches, and your favorite word to use for double clutch is the and to and the word in. And I would practice not saying the double clutches. Also, I would practice not trying to not say, you know. It's so hard to do. I always say it, but that's what we're here for. We're a non-judgmental, very open community club where we help each other by practicing on what not to say. Also, I would practice not saying the word and. The words that I loved, the phrases that I loved hearing from you that stuck out in my mind is when you said, privileged to go with my mom and dad. That was very, very nice. I love the word that you used, privileged. I felt that you were very close to your family. I saw you walking around with your family, experiencing everything, and I really liked that. That was well done. Our second speaker was Eugen, and Eugen, I would practice not saying the word, you know. Also, try to not use the word but and the word and. Your favorite filler word is so. Try practicing not saying so. These are the phrases that I loved hearing. Life is so simple. And I'm passionate about what the United States has in their land. I loved it. I loved how you shared that United States is the freedom country in the world. Very well done. Our third speaker was Tracy. And Tracy, your favorite filler word is so. I would practice not saying so. And also, your favorite word is the word and. It's very difficult. That is my favorite word to say. And I still practice not saying it, which I just said it again. The part that really touched my heart that I could see when you were explaining Grenada is when you were saying that they're passionate about what comes from their land. And you also shared that the food, you were sharing that the food and the water, like everything is so nice. And I could just see you walking through these different countries where life is so simple. And I felt that you were outdoors and taking everything in, just really taking and appreciating nature. And that was a very nice reality, hearing your story the way you presented it in a story. That was very nice. Very well done. Okay, our fourth person was Matt. And Matt, you have 3 favorite words that I would focus on trying not to use, which I use these words as well, but, and so. Try not to use those. I love how you shared, if you're happy with your life, you don't need to travel. And that was very nice. It made me feel the closeness in your family unit. And I loved hearing all the stories of what you do with your family, and then how you shared you would pick Formula One because your oldest son likes race cars. And there again, it showed how much you're focused on your family, that your family is a priority. And it really showed us how family oriented you are. Scott, you are our 5th, and your favorite filler words are, you know. And I would practice on not saying, you know. And I liked how you said that that, okay, I wrote, you can see, you were saying see and on everything, and I could hear you saying it, and when I could hear it, I felt that I was there. So you were saying you can see the culture, see the music, you can see walking down the street, you can see the palm trees lined up. That is a great way when you're speaking and you're doing a storytelling speech. When you're saying the word see, you're making us feel like I'm looking at something. And by putting the word see in front of palm trees, you're forcing us to see palm trees. So that was very well said. Congratulations, everyone. Excellent job on that. And I will turn it back to, oh, and now my general evaluation portion, I will close the end of the E part, is the meeting did not start on time, but we did pretty well by filling all the roles. And it was a very well organized meeting, even though we had to scramble at the last minute. So that was great. And I love how we have all of our guests here. Scott did an excellent job of introducing the members and explaining the roles and putting together a PowerPoint presentation to introduce to you League City. And I felt everyone participated in the table topics, and we did not have one person not speak today. Congratulations. Toastmaster, back to you. Back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, so today I'm serving as Toastmaster and also as president. Okay, one of the things that we have an opportunity to do is to vote for the best speaker. I'm talking about impromptu speaker. So if you guys go into your chat, and it's important to send, not to everyone, okay? You want to click on the menu and you want to send your vote only to Alicia. She's the second or third one down. And all you have to do is put the first name of the person for whom you're voting as the best impromptu speaker of the day. And then what happens is your vote will go to only Alicia. She will see it. If there's a tie, she will break it. She won't tell us that there was a tie. She'll just break it. And then in a minute or so, she'll tell us who was the winner of today's impromptu speech. And then after that, we'll have some concluding comments and we will be done for this meeting today.
So I am not receiving anything.
Okay, now you're looking in your chat?
Oh, I am receiving. Okay. Perfect.
And while Alicia is doing that, I'll tell you guys what happened to my sound. I put my phone, which is my timer, I put it on the left side of my screen, and I think my phone mashed my mute button. So I was looking around trying to figure out why I was muted. So anyways,
no,
too many things on a little dashboard. Go ahead, Alicia.
I have the winner. The winner is Carolina.
Wow. All right, Carolina.
Carolina.
There you go.
Congratulations, Carolina.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, it's 9:30. And so in conclusion, one of the things I'd like for you guys to note is that we have 7 officers in the club, but people are traveling, they're going, they're doing, it's Patriot Day today. And one of the reasons we have so many club officers is so that we have, people here to host every single meeting. And we're glad that each of you came today. We've got a vibrant club. We've got a club that's growing. I think we've got about 11 members or something like that. And one of the things that we do is that we meet every other Friday. So our next meeting is going to be at 8:30 on Friday, September the 25th. We put out information through our website, through Toastmasters International, through meetup.com, through Facebook, through Instagram, through YouTube. just so that people can find us, whether they're in the greater Houston region or in League City or halfway around the world. So we're an open club, we're a community club, we're a club that believes in helping people be their best. And we believe that in terms of personal development and professional development. So I'm glad on behalf of League City Toastmasters that each of you came to visit this morning. I hope you come back again. Hope you come back soon. And if you have any questions, please send me an email. I think you all have my email address. And if you would like a copy of that PowerPoint presentation, just email me at scott.livingston@leaguecitytx.gov. You can also look at the calendar invite, and hope to see you again soon. And everybody have a great weekend.
Scott,
Thank you, everybody.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
I know it's time to end, but it would be nice to hear from our guests, to hear what they thought about the club.
Okay.
Hear any comments?
I
Tracy?
enjoyed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Matt,
I
there you
enjoyed it
go.
very much.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. It was informative. It was just really easygoing. Everybody was laid back. I really liked the information Scott put out at the beginning, and I really enjoyed it. I look forward to coming back.
Great. Carolina?
Me too. I especially liked the evaluations, the pointing out of what we're doing wrong, but also highlighting what we're doing right. So that is a blessing, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you all. So
Excellent. Thank you. Eugen?
I really love this organization because let me improve a lot of my English skill and the speaking skill, because English actually is not my first language, you know. So I feel like when I join this is a club and this is organization is work pretty useful. Let me practice my English explaining about what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I like it. I will come back next Friday. Yeah.
Excellent. Tracy, can you give us your feedback?
Yes, I love the questions. They were really very creative and very relevant to what we're experiencing today. And as a person who's traveled professionally for so long, it hurts not to travel. So it was just really great. Those are some questions I'm going to definitely steal for my own Facebook post.
Excellent.
And very well organized. And I'd like to thank Scott, Mr. President, for just being patient, letting everybody get a chance to join as we go into this new Zoom world. So, and yeah, just excited to meet all of you.
Excellent. Matt, what is your son's name? We'll all say hi to him.
This is Evan. This is our middle son.
Okay, let's say hi. Hi, Evan.
Hi, Evan.
Hi, Evan. Hi. Aw, that's so cute. Okay, that's it, Scott. Just needed to hear their feedback. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
See you next
Have a
time.
great weekend.
Next time. Bye.
Bye.